Stripes, he was nice, wasn't he? The cat can be playing with us too. Remember the nice day it was?
A whole lot of guys watched me from the submarine. And I would name it myself. The name I was thinking about was maybe Tiger Shark.
Crayola crayons. They work on brains, not batteries.
If green were simply green, then grass and emeralds and peas would all be the exact same color, which they're not. That's why we make a sea green, a forest green, a yellow green, a blue green, a spring green, a pine green, an olive green, even a green called green. We make 8 different greens in all, and 9 different reds, and 10 different blues, and 8 different browns, and 6 different yellows, and lots of colors in between. We make Crayola crayons in 64 different colors to help us see things for what they are.
Have you noticed that toys seem to be getting bigger lately? And that the boxes are sometimes more fun than the toys themselves? In the long run, it's not the size of the toy that counts, but how much fun you get out of it. When you look at it that way, a box of Crayola crayons is a giant among toys.
It's time to start. Come on, let's go.
Turk, calm down. You'll rip your label. Let our friends finish finding their seats first.
Oh, right. Kind of like when we pick our spot in the crayon box.
Exactly. Welcome, everyone.
Nice to see you.
Hi, everyone. We're Crayola Crayons. That's Turquoise, my true blue buddy. You can call him Turk. And I'm...
That's Scarlet. She's the sharpest crayon I know.
You know, crayons like us have an important job to do.
We help make your creations super colorful.
And with so many colors to choose from, the possibilities are endless. What's your favorite color? Mine's cornflower. You know, Turk and I come from a really big family. Since 1903, Crayola has made over 600 different shades of crayons. That's a lot of cousins.
Granny Smith Apple holds the best family reunions.
And Turk, did you know that out of America's top 10 favorite Crayola crayon colors, 6 of them are shades of blue, like you?
Oh, you're turning red.
Today, I'm showing Turk where Crayola crayons come from. And we want to show you too. You'll see how crayons get molded, inspected, labeled, and packaged. We'll get some help from a friend.
Our friend is an expert on making crayons. A real, live crayonologist.
Before you got here, the crayonologist poured hot wax on the molding table. We're waiting for it to cool, and it should be ready just about... Oh, I think our friend is coming.
Hey, Scarlet. Hey, Turk. I'm back. I just love that good old Crayola crayon smell. And I see you've invited some friends. Great.
Hey, everybody. Let's say hi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marcel, and I just got back from the Crayola Crayon Factory right here in Easton, Pennsylvania. Here in the USA, we make the Crayola crayons that are found all over the world. Our factory makes over 2.5 billion crayons every year. And if you line those crayons up, tip to end like so, they'd be able to circle the globe, not 4 or 5, but 6 times.
Jasper and Jam! That's a lot of crayon!
It sure is, Turk. And we're going to make some of those crayons for you today using this equipment found here. Now this equipment dates all the way back to the early 1900s, and Crayola still uses some of these machines in their factory today. Scarlett, Turk, and I are excited to show you what we do to make sure every crayon is safe, strong, and super special. We're going to start down here at the flatbed molding table where we've got some wax cooling and hardening in the mold. Did you know that Crayola crayons are made based on the same formula that dates all the way back to 1903? We start with a non-toxic paraffin wax, which gets mixed in with a fine, high-quality clay for strength. And lastly, lots of different vibrant colors called pigments.
And some of the same pigments used to make Crayola crayons are used in everyday things.
Like what?
Like yellow school buses and red fire engines.
Taz, is the wax ready now?
It sure is, Turk. I can tell because I can see that the wax shrank a little while in the mold. This shrinkage causes a small hollow spot to form inside of each crayon, which actually makes them stronger.
I'm hollow inside? I can't see. I think I need an X-ray machine.
You're jumping ahead, Turk. At the real factory, every crayon is put through an X-ray machine and a metal detector, but only at the very end to make sure there's nothing inside them that shouldn't be.
Check this out. This is an X-ray of me and Cousin Brown. He has a lot more pigments in his color, so he shows up a lot darker.
Cool. So where are the newborn crayons down there? Are they hiding?
Yeah, they can be a bit shy sometimes, but all I have to do is scrape off this top wax shell to find them. Did you know that when Crayola first started, workers like me had to scrape off all of this wax by hand? Now we have this handy machine that does it for us.
How do we get them out?
That collection tray lifts them out of the table.
1, 2, 3, 4. Screaming green! That's too many holes to count.
Well, Turk, it's a good thing I know that this tray here holds 1,200 crayons. Now all I have to do is line up the holes on a table with the holes on a tray like this, and then...
When I count to 3, let's all shout, "Happy birthday" to the newborns. Ready?
Come on!
Everybody! 1, 2, 3... Happy birthday!
Now each hole has a brand new crayon. And look, they're already sharp.
Excellent observation, Scarlett. The sharpened tip of a Crayola crayon is made that way during the molding process. You can all have a closer look as I bring this tray around the room. All right, I'm going to sit this down right over here.
Magic mint!
What is it, Turk?
That number on the wall just went up.
Oh, that number up there shows the number of Crayola crayons made to date. Looks like my friends are hard at work back at the factory. All right, now it's time for us to reset the molding table.
I don't need to be yellow, but that looks steamier than hot magenta.
To make a Crayola crayon, they have to heat the wax all the way up to around 200 degrees.
Mango tango! That is hot!
It sure is, Turk. Now all I have to do is push down on top of the table to make sure that all the holes are filled. Then ice cold water below moves around the holes to help cool and harden the wax.
Blizzard blue! Our newborns aren't dressed yet. They're probably freezing after getting that ice water poured on them.
Let's go check on them.
Oh, they're doing fine, guys, but they're not quite ready for their labels yet. First, we have to take them out of their tray.
Ooh, what's this part called?
I think they call it dumping out out the crayons.
Every new Crayola crayon is inspected by a real person like me. We take out the ones that aren't perfect, and then we get to do some coloring.
You do?
Sure, we have to make sure that every crayon doesn't just look perfect, we have to test their strength and their colors too. Oh, and we want to make sure the crayons don't flake. Right, Scarlett?
Because no one likes a flaky crayon.
All right, I'll take these out.
What happens to those poor little guys?
Don't be blue, Turk. They get to go back into the wax and try again.
Now are the crayons ready to get dressed?
They sure are, Turk. Our crayons have passed inspection with flying colors. We have some newborn crayons here in our hopper. This bin here holds all of our labels. Did you know that even though Crayola makes over 200 colors of crayons, we only use 13 of those colors for our labels?
It makes getting dressed as easy as cherry pie. I always just pick the red label.
And you always look marvelous.
Aww, thanks.
You're welcome. We use a special kind of non-toxic glue for our labels, made out of cornstarch and water. When I start this machine, this drum is going to get covered in sticky glue. The crayons are guided down the chute and onto the golden wheel.
Down the slide, guys.
This part of the labeling machine is called the tucker. What happens here is the crayons come down the chute onto their slots in the wheel, labels fall over the crayons, and the tucker tucks them into their labels.
Oh, they look so cozy.
Crayola labels are comfy, but they also make us super strong. Our labels are wrapped around us 2 times.
And don't forget, they make great name tags.
We Crayola crayons do get pretty great names. Crayola even has contests to let kids help pick the names for new colors. They've come up with the best names.
Like what?
Like Timberwolf.
And mac and cheese.
Ooh, I love mac and cheese. Our labeling machine here labels up to 60 crayons per minute. We slowed it down a bit so that you could all have a better look at how it works, but the machines back at the factory go even faster, labeling up to 180 crayons every minute.
Well, they're all dressed. Time to get these guys a cool new ride.
Whoa there, Scarlett. It's always a good idea to clean up after a project. Besides, this glue can get pretty sticky. And if I take the time now to properly clean and shut off the labeling machine, it'll be ready for use the next time we need to use it. All right, that should do it, and on to packaging. Here we have our packaging machine, which places our 4 crayons, red, blue, green, and mac and cheese, into a box. What happens here is the crayons fall down a dispenser onto their slots in the wheel turns, and then
Look out below.
the crayons fall down to the belt where they meet up with one another.
Where are all the boxes?
The boxes are over there, in that stacker.
And what happens here is this machine is going to pull out a box. The machine is then going to open up the flaps on the box. This plunger here pushes the 4 crayons into the back of the box. The machine then closes up the flaps, and the crayons are just, ta-da, safe and sound inside.
What happens if someone gets left behind and the box isn't full?
That's an excellent question, Turk. This machine is equipped with a cool light sensor that counts the number of crayons in each box. If the machine senses that a box isn't full, it just doesn't pack that batch. But for the rest of the crayons, they did it, it's the end of the line, and they are ready to leave the factory.
Well, it looks like our new friends are all ready to head out into the wild blue yonder, too.
Wait, there's one more thing these crayons need.
What is it?
Well, let's see. They've been molded,
I molded them,
inspected,
we checked them out,
labeled,
they've been labeled,
and packed.
and they're ready to go.
What's left?
I don't know.
They need you to take them out and use them. They can't add color to the world without your brightest ideas.
That's right. Hey, everyone. We want you to be creative and have some fun.
Yeah, and thanks everyone. Thank you too for showing us how you do your job.
No problem.
Hey, let's say a big thank you to our friend and all of the crayonologists at the factory.
Thank you. And I'm tickled pink to be here. You guys can all exit to your right where I'll meet you, and you will all receive a brand new newborn crayon. Enjoy the rest of your Crayola experience, everyone.